Step outside of what is familiar, and the ground beneath you immediately feels less secure. Whether you are launching into a brand new career, entering an unfamiliar industry, moving to a city where you know no one, or facing a sudden disruption that upends your entire routine, the unknown triggers a very specific kind of friction. Your mind races, worst-case scenarios play on an endless loop, and a deep-seated urge to retreat back to safety whispers in your ear. That urge to retreat is natural, but yielding to it is a slow death for your potential. Welcome back. Today we are diving deep into navigating the unknown, resilience in new territory. We are going to look closely at why uncertainty feels so paralyzing and how you can build a psychological framework that not only helps you survive new territory, but allows you to thrive within it. By the end of this script, you will understand how to reprogram your response to ambiguity and turn unpredictability into your greatest strategic advantage. Let us start by addressing why our brains despise the unknown so much. Evolutionarily speaking, your brain is a prediction machine. It survived by mapping patterns. This berry is poisonous, that cave has a predator, this routine keeps me alive. When you enter a territory with zero historical data or predictable patterns, your brain flags the entire environment as a threat. It dumps cortisol and adrenaline into your system, creating anxiety designed to make you freeze or run away. Here is case study number 1. Consider a veteran corporate professional who spent 15 years in a rigid, highly structured legacy publishing firm. When the company downsized, she was forced into the wild west of freelancing and startup consulting. For the first 2 months, she was paralyzed. Without a middle manager telling her what to do or a fixed quarterly schedule, every single day felt like chaos. She was losing sleep and second-guessing every choice. The turning point came when she stopped treating the lack of structure as a flaw in her environment and started treating it as a blank canvas. By implementing strict micro-routines of her own creation and treating uncertainty as a data-gathering game rather than a test of survival, she scaled her independent consulting income past her old corporate salary within 6 months. This brings us to our first core question. How do you stop your anxiety from hijacking your decision-making when you have no clear roadmap? Here's a practical tip. Narrow your time horizon. When you stare at a massive, completely unknown future, cognitive overload sets in. Instead of trying to plan out the next 5 years or even the next 6 months, drop your focus down to the next 24 hours. Ask yourself one simple question. What is the single most effective action I can take today to move the needle? Master the day in front of you and let the broader future take care of itself. So, how do you operationalize resilience in uncharted territory? It comes down to a 3-step framework: accept, adapt, and advance. Phase 1, accept. Radical acceptance means stopping the exhausting mental war against reality. Stop wishing things were easier, more predictable, or like the way they used to be. The territory is new, the rules are unwritten, and wishing for a safety net will not make one appear. Acknowledge the current reality without emotional resistance. Phase 2, adapt. Once you accept where you are, your tactical flexibility must kick in. Rigid plans shatter under unexpected pressure. Resilient people do not cling to a broken blueprint. They update their mental models in real time based on what the environment is telling them right now. Treat every setback not as a failure, but as a critical piece of market or life feedback. Phase 3, advance. Take micro steps forward. Momentum cures fear. When you take action, even a small, imperfect step, you begin to generate your own data points, turning the terrifying unknown into a familiar landscape block by block. Let us look at a second case study. An entrepreneur decided to pivot his entire business model into an emerging tech sector he knew very little about. Instead of spending 6 months analyzing data from a safe distance, he committed to a policy of rapid prototyping. He launched small, imperfect offers into the market immediately, learned from immediate customer rejections, and iterated on the fly. Within a year, his willingness to stumble forward in unmapped territory positioned him as an early leader in the space, while his cautious competitors were still stuck in analysis paralysis. This leads us to another frequent question. How do you deal with the psychological weight of loneliness and self-doubt when no one around you understands the path you are taking? The reality of entering new territory is that you will often walk alone at first. People who love you will sometimes project their own fears onto your ambitions because your boldness threatens their comfort. You must cultivate internal validation. Your confidence cannot depend on a cheering section. It has to stem from your willingness to figure things out as you go. Let us tie this all together. New territory is where growth actually happens. Comfort zones are safe, but nothing ever evolves inside them. Every time you willingly step into the fog of the unknown and navigate your way through it, you expand your capacity, deepen your resilience, and prove to yourself that you can handle whatever reality throws your way. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below sharing a new territory you are currently navigating, and keep building the resilience to conquer the unknown. See you in the next video.